What's up everybody, Darcizzle here. Today we are headed to do some land baits, aka beach fishing. We're up here in beautiful Martin County. We got our beach cart loaded, ready to go, and we're gonna be targeting the delicious Florida Pompano with our 12-foot surf rods. Let's go. You just hold on, it looks like it was getting tapped. Yeah, I think there might be a fish there now. I think something's playing with the bait. It's not hooked. I want it to kind of go straight up and down. This is what Pompano do. Make your rod tip go straight up and down. And it's still bent over. So that's a good sign. First sign of life all day. Been out here a couple hours now. Well, coming up on 2 hours. Whole bunch of fishermen here. And we're just waiting on that Pompano bite. We heard fish were caught yesterday, but people don't like the color of the water today. And neither do we, but we have an incoming tide and hopefully that's gonna clean it up. That was definitely something playing with this rod here, so we're gonna hopefully catch it or check our rod in a second, our baits. Are we tight? Are we tight? That was definitely a bite. Made the rod stand straight up. I don't think, we're gonna see if we have fish, I'm not sure.
Got a fish.
Holy cow, I do, no way. Oh, we got two. And it's a pomp. No, it's not. Oh, what is that? What are those things called? I haven't caught one of those in ages.
It's a little baby whiting.
And that's some other kind of whiting, right?
I don't know what that thing is.
It's got whiskers. I think it's a different species of whiting.
All right, is that a kingfish?
Are those called weak fish?
No, that's not a weak fish.
Oh.
I'll take a picture of it.
All right, we got a double header of fish right there. Nice. Have no idea what that is.
All right, Darcizzle, we got a little action going here.
We did, and we just found out what that fish was.
Yeah, it's an Atlantic threadfin. It's supposed to be delicious.
Yep.
But you know, as we always teach you guys, if you don't know, let it go.
And that's what Brian did immediately.
So yeah, so I let it go, but now I got a bucket of water. And I also caught a, what did I catch?
Whiting.
I caught a nice big whiting.
Yeah.
Which I didn't even know was on the rod because it was on our stiffer, longer rod. So we got one whiting we threw back, that fish we just threw back, and then a nice whiting. So tide's starting to come in, which is really what most people prefer for beach fishing.
Yeah.
So that's a good sign.
Water's looking a little better, sun's coming out, so it looks like it's gonna be a good day.
Darcy got a bikini bottoms on.
Already, yes.
So my day's looking much better.
Getting close to taking my jacket off.
So we're gonna hopefully catch a couple more fish here, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what we're using from the cart to our beautiful new stand spikes, to all the rods and reels and all that kind of great stuff.
So you can do it too.
Of course, so you can do it too.
Now the waiting game begins. Lots of patience with beach fishing.
Yeah, and we haven't seen anyone else catch any fish.
No.
And so we change our baits every 15 to 20 minutes.
Yep.
Okay, so a lot of this is diligence.
Correct.
So, you know, sometimes your rods come back in with no bait, and most of the time today they'll come back with no bait. So, you know, if we left them out longer, they'd be sitting out there on credit.
True. Looks like he's got a little fish right there.
Yeah, he's got a little fish.
Very little.
Tiny.
Got something on, got something on. All right, I think we got a fish on here. He started bouncing like crazy. We were just gonna check our rods once again. This is just constant work. You gotta keep checking your lines, diligence, like Brian said, and lots of patience. I'm gonna get down closer to the shoreline. Please be the right species. It's a pomp! It's a pomp! It's a nice one too!
We did it!
Yeah, buddy! Woo! We don't have to leave. Look at that fish!
That's a keeper.
That is definitely a keeper.
All right, check the lines.
Yes! All right, let's do it. We gotta get him right back out. Woo! No one near us.
Oh, dude, things are looking pretty bleak. I gotta tell you, we're thinking about going home.
Yeah, I was like, Brian, we used like 2 hours, no bites. And I just said, if we don't get a bite in the hour, we're going home.
Yeah, the tide's coming in now.
Beautiful fish.
How big is that, like 16?
And that is on your rod with no bare hooks. Again.
But he says bare hooks, look at these rigs. And we put out different colors.
That's a nice fish too.
And different, well, whatever, different baits, different colors, different distances. This was the far bait.
Captain Paul Spurco rigs, and we just have one out there with no beads. We took off the little floats. Yeah. So that's the one that just got the bite.
Dip it in the water, let's see that pretty fish, then get it back out.
trying. That's a nice fish when you don't have to measure them. Cut off.
Really? Sharked.
We had a fish on. Everything's gone. There goes the new Sputnik.
All right, so we got a cutoff. I thought there might be a little fish on it. It was jiggling a little bit. And
Yeah.
so we checked it, and then I got the rod went straight, so the whole thing got cut off, which means there was a fish on there, and then a shark got it.
Exactly.
But we do know, Sizzle, Captain Paul, who we're just out here copying.
Do we know what color this was?
No. This one was green. Was that red? Pink, maybe?
Which one's green?
I'm not sure. It was either green or pink. But anyway, sharks love pompano.
Yeah.
So that could have been a pompano.
Right.
Yeah.
And I
The rod
don't
was
know
not
what else
moving.
they'd bite off your rod. They wouldn't. A
Typically would
bluefish.
not. Yeah.
A bluefish.
Could have been a bluefish.
No, they bite bluefish off.
Yeah, but we lost the whole rig and everything. So it wasn't
Yeah.
like we just lost the, the hook or whatever. Anyway, let's get back to fishing. All right, guys, here's the rigs we use for beach fishing, and you can use this essentially set up for pompano and for whiting and croaker down here in South Florida. We typically go around Hutchinson Island, Jupiter, wherever you want to go, and you're gonna look for clear water. Okay, but we're using these Bass Pro breakwater reels with this huge spool. You see that? That is for casting. Okay, you can cast really far with that big spool because the line just flies right off it. Okay, and then you also have a lot of line on there in case something, I guess, takes your line real fast, but the pompano don't really pull incredibly hard. We're using Okuma beach rods, they're 2-piece rods. A lot of different companies sell different 2-piece rods, but we're using 12 or 13-foot rods, okay? And we're putting 12 or 15-pound mono on there, okay? Light mono because it casts real good, and mono because when you're fishing in these waves, right, you want that stretch. If you don't have that stretch and you use braid, the wave's just gonna pull the line in, keep pulling it, and your weight is gonna walk into shore, okay? So we use mono, okay? That's what the commercial guys use down here, all right? So we're using light mono. And then you cast it out. Again, we usually cast out one far, one short, and one medium to see where the fish are. Typically, closer in you go to the breakers, to the beach line, you're gonna catch more whiting and croaker. Pompano are typically gonna be deeper, but every day is a different day, okay? And for bait, we're using fish bites, shrimp, sand fleas, of course. With all the beach replenishment down here, sand fleas are, a lot of times you can't find any, so you gotta buy them, and of course they fly off a lot. So we usually put the shrimp on, or a sand flea, and then a fish bite on top. And again, we stagger the different baits and see what's working that day. So that's what we're doing, right, Sizzle? Anything else?
Think you got it perfectly. If I
we-
have anything to chime in, I will. But right now, I'm just busy rigging, tying hooks, and paying attention.
Yeah, make sure I don't mess anything up. Oh, and for a leader, so we got the high vis mono so you can see it, to a 20 or 30 pound fluoro leader, like 10 foot or whatever, and then you tie that to your rig.
All right, you're all set on that.
All right, and the sinkers are very important. These are the Sputnik sinkers from the Sinker Guy. And you see they have these spikes on them. They stick in the ground, and then when you reel it in, they release, and it comes in real easy. And of course, we're using our new sand spikes, which we love, from Deerfield Fabricators. Thanks so much, guys. And they're the best sand spikes we've used.
We love them.
Yeah, I used to have some do-it-yourself ones, and they just, I don't, they worked, but they weren't as awesome.
No, I wasn't allowed to buy any either. So, but these are way better. The metal,
way better.
they're gonna last years and years and years. I'm happy.
Yeah, they're great. So check those out. And we got the cart, standard cart from like, what is it, Angler, Mate, or whatever. We'll put all the links in the description. Let's go.
All right, we got another species on. We are going to upgrade the weight on this one. It seems to be losing grip in the sand with these little bit of rollers we have, but I had no idea how to fish on. The rod was standing straight up and down with no weight on it whatsoever. So ran over here and we got a croaker, which is also excellent eating. Nice fish right there. Those are good to eat, and that's a nice beach fish. But these are excellent to catch. They're plentiful in the summer, and these are great bait for especially snook, but when they're smaller, like 3-4 inches long. So that'll be part of dinner. Nice, let's get him in the cooler. Get the line back out.
Not too shabby. Now I'm gonna walk this back, and we get questions a lot. Why are the rods so far back from the water? A lot of bass guys ask that. That's because we have a tide. The water comes up and down, and we got plenty of line here. So we put the lines back here so I don't have to keep moving them all day. And then you want to know about drag. We set the drag very light. I got a little heavier because I just cast it. But see, we want to put a bend in that rod like that, depending on your action on your tip. And then that way when the fish gets it, it'll, a lot of times just go straight. And then we're going to set this just so it's not going out, very light. Because in case a shark takes it, we don't want our rod to go shooting into the ocean or tip over or any sort of feel like that. Plus you don't need a ton of drag for these fish anyway, but
Do we got a fish? Do we got a fish? I don't know. Don't know. It was bouncing like crazy. Come on. Yeah, it's going this way. Always follow your fish. I think that's what we want.
get down there.
I think that's what we want. Yes, it is. Woo!
We're gonna be close to a keeper.
It's very close. We gotta check them.
Yeah.
All right. We were literally just saying we were going home. I guess we gotta give it another 15 minutes. Ah. He's gonna keep, I think. All right, guys. Time to clean up our pompano. Just got them all cleaned up. Just spent some time sharpening my Darcizzle Flex fillet knives. Got to make sure they're super sharp. Have this 2-step sharpening stone from Smith. And as well as their knives, and we've got this honing solution that I use too. So let's do this. We are in between some rain right now. Some rain has come over us in our dry season. We've had a lot of rain this year, but let's dive right into this. This is the larger pompano that we caught. Beautiful fish. I'm so excited to eat him. And I just kind of blew out some of the blood that was in his gill plate still, but let's dive into this. Gonna use my larger knife today, the 9-inch Darcizzle Flex fillet knife. Or sorry, the 8-inch Darcizzle Flex fillet knife, and we also have the 6 right here. And I'll put the links down below for you guys if you're interested. Now with pompano, you can go all the way to his nose. You can get that much meat. And up here, you'll feel it with your knife, but you have to cut around these, I guess, cartilage that sticks out a bit further on these fish. And just angling the knife down, going all the way down his back. They are so delicious. Definitely one of my top eating fish, one of my favorite fish to catch as well. There's just something special about the Florida pompano. And one day I want to catch a stud, like a huge one, like, I don't know, 3 pounds would be nice, but I'm going to take our 2 pompano all day, going down the backbone, pushing out. Look at that meat, it looks excellent. Just need to make a deeper cut right here. And this cartilage, it's weird how it protrudes. Go around that. Ooh, I see it now. There we go. Now, just break these pin bones up by the top of the head, which are very, very thin. And I try not to cut through the innards like always. Try to keep your meat clean, leave that stuff intact. You see those are eggs right there. Beautiful, look at that. That looks epic. That is gonna be so tasty. So excited. I'm just gonna whack out a little bit of these stomach membranes and a little bit of those eggs, but that is donezo. And we got that meat all the way into the head there. I'm gonna leave the skin on too, so we're gonna leave it on the half shell and cook it like it is. Oh, look who's here.
Nice job, Darcizzle. Here's the cooking. We're doing a bridged cooking for pudding portion today. Abridged because again, I'm on a diet, so we haven't been cooking anything extravagant lately, I gotta tell you.
No, it's been very plain stuff.
Yeah, no sauces and stuff. But anyway, as Darcy finishes up this other fish, you always hear about pompano and the beach down here in Florida, and everyone loves to do it, and the beaches get full of people, and that's because pompano are delicious, okay? It's like a medium firm white meat.
Oily.
It's a little oily. I don't know how close how close I got. Take a look at that. Oh, I dropped it. Take a look at
goodness.
So, okay, and so really, it's very simple. All you got to do, put a little salt and pepper and butter in a pan, and that's all you need to do. And that's probably all we're going to do, and it's delicious like that. And there's very thin or tiny little scales on here, so you could either, I guess you could scale it, but you don't have to. Okay, you can just cook it and eat it like this, or the skin comes off like almost
so
automatically
easy
when you cook it, so it's no big deal if you want to take that off then. But
yeah.
We're going to leave it on. And so again, just in a pan of butter and salt and pepper and you're perfectly fine. You can also eat it as sushi. Okay, that's how good it is. You can put it on the grill. You can.
Don't some people smoke them?
Yeah, it has a little bit of oil in it, so you can smoke it, but I don't know. I wouldn't ruin a pompano by smoking it unless you have 20 pompano, you know.
Right.
So Darcy also likes to make this coconut sauce.
Yes.
Right? That's one of her favorites.
Some macadamia encrusted with coconut, jalapeno
Yeah.
sauce on top.
So really,
lots of calories.
Really, almost anything you want to do. And actually, I'll remind you guys that we do have the Darcizzle Offshore Cooking with Pudding cookbook available. And we'll have all kinds of recipes, including for pompano. That's available on the website. Again, it's an ebook. It's going to come shooting to you, and it's going to be right on your phone. So
immediately available for download once you purchase it.
Yes, there's going to be a download button in the receipt. So you get the PDF, you get it on your phone, and you can look at the recipes and for any fish in Florida. And then when you get to the store, you can look at the list of ingredients you need to get it. And so you're at the store, you got your cookbook. You're in the kitchen, you got your cookbook. You're all set to go. Okay. What else, Darcizzle? Is that it?
I think that's about it. Yeah, we'll link down below where you can get these knives too if you're interested. But everything we talked about, you know, in this video, we try to help you guys as much as possible. Sputnik sinkers, all that stuff. Yeah. Captain Paul's rigs. We'll link all that stuff down below so you can get out there on the beach and catch fish too. We're coming into the best season for pompano, which is March and April down here in Florida, South Florida. So stay tuned for that. All right, guys, thanks for joining us on today's adventure.
Today's our anniversary also, 13 years.
That is correct, 13 years, yes. Crazy, I'm so old. Anyways.
So until next time.
Until next time, follow your dreams and keep on catching.
Bonus.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you too, honey.
Good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful, gorgeous morning up here at Stewart Beach, and we are going beach fishing.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Change of pace.
We love going to the beach, and we're going with our good friend, Captain Paul Spurko.
Yes, of Surf Fishing Charters.
Yes, you may remember him from our Pompano beach fishing video, and we had a great time. And
epic.
I just love Captain Paul. He is such a nice fella.
Yes, he's very, very sweet, very nice. And I'm sure a lot of you guys looked him up when we did our Pompano video. But we are excited, targeting whiting, right?
Croaker and whiting off the beach.
It's so good.
Yeah. So we're gonna have a great day. There could also be all kinds of other fish on the beach.
Yeah.
And but let's get right out there. He's waiting for us. Let's go.
Yeah, he's waiting. Let's go.
I thought he'd run down the beach and take all the stuff away from
Yeah, right? How are you? Nice to see you. Excited to be here. Thank you. Thank you very much. Whew. When I was first walking up the beach too, there was a bunch of, I guess they were blacktip sharks, but they were circling like right over there. A little further out. And there was a guy swimming in the water right by the tip over there. And the guy started yelling at him, "Get out of the water, shark!"
I have one tarpon roll here.
All right, let's go, fish. It's hitting it. Oh, hit it again. That's 3 taps now. There he is. Yay! Hooked up. All right, bringing in the first fish. What we got? What we got? Oh, it's a nice one. Big, big whiting. Heck yeah. All right, so like we said, we're out here with Paul Spurko this morning, and we are already slaying fish. We got a beautiful sunrise, beautiful conditions, beautiful morning on the beach, and they're about to close the beaches tomorrow because of the holiday weekend and because of COVID. But I just caught a really nice whiting.
Nice whiting.
Heck yeah. That is a nice fish sandwich right there. All right, just gonna cast it right back out, and I'm literally casting it like within 20 feet in front of me. It's pretty wild, but these fish are sitting right here in the trough. So just cast it out, let it sit in the bottom. Oh, he's already there, just like that. That was seconds. Now I'm in a school of them. Another nice whiting.
Nice
oh, it's a croaker. Ooh, croaker are so yummy. You guys see me use these for snook bait a lot, but they're also gonna be excellent to eat. So we are just catching up a ton of fish already, having a blast. Thank you. And you can see here that we're using fish bites, and I'll link all this information down below, but this is fish bites in the bloodworm color with a tiny number 6 J hook. You can see right there, mustad J hook. And then we're also tipping it with a little piece of shrimp. And you wanna have little tiny pieces. You see he cut the pieces very small so the whiting and croaker can fit it in their mouth. And these fish are taking a little bit of drag, so it's fun. Here we go, let's see. He's eating it. Oh, there he is. Woo. Croaker?
Another big whitey.
Wow, that's a big one. Nice.
That's a nice one, Darcy.
Heck yeah.
That's a nice one.
Heck yeah.
Two sandwiches there.
All right, there is a really nice sized croaker. That is 2 fish sandwiches right there. Really nice one, like I said. And you can see they kind of resemble like a redfish a little bit, and the way that they're shaped here, and the way that they got these weird mouths. But that's why you gotta let them eat it, because they got such a small, tiny little mouth, and they pick stuff off the bottom. So nice fish. And I'm gonna put this on the fish angler app so you guys can come out here and do this too, and catch some nice croaker and whiting as a nice little fish dinner. Doesn't get much better than that on the beach this time of the year. Let's throw them in the cooler, catch more fish. Oh, it feels nice. All right, hooked up. We've been fishing for a couple hours now. I would say we caught about 30 fish so far, which is not a bad day whatsoever. And even Captain Paul said the other day they caught like 77 fish during the tide. So we're just trying to fish as much as we can and get as many fish in the box before the tide switches here. And what we're doing is we're just walking up and down the beach, and we're a little farther from where we initially started, but we're just casting in different troughs, casting like right where the water is breaking and then a little further out, and trying to see where the fish are biting. So that is another nice sized croaker, beautiful fish. We are gonna have a nice fish fry, fish sandwiches for everyone. And I recommend, if you wanna come out and do this, especially from you're out of the county or the state, you know, Captain Paul Spurko knows exactly where these fish are gonna be throughout the summertime. So he is your go-to guy. Puppy dog! Puppy's checking out the fishy. He wants a little cameo. Sorry, puppy. Sorry, puppy. He wants to watch us fish? Oh, look at him.
He'll sit there all day long with it.
And just watch you?
Just watch you fish.
That's so cool. They said he'll just sit here and watch me fish all day. Look at him.
He'll let you know when you have a fish too. He
Really?
watches the pool.
Really? That's a great puppy. What's his name?
Roman.
Roman. Aw, you're a fishy puppy, fishing doggy.
Not bird dog.
Right, he's your fish dog.
Yeah. You guys have a good day.
You too. He's so cute. Woo! Gotcha. Ooh, that's a nice croaker. We are waiting for the tide to switch. We just had a slack tide and the bite slowed down a little bit, just like any other fishing. And now the current is starting to pick back up with an incoming tide. And we just caught a nice keeper croaker. Heck yeah. Hooked up. Woo! Oh, that's a nice one. That's a nice one. Yeah, nice fish. Nice croaker. Turning back on the incoming tide. Heck yeah. Getting close to 40 fish in the cooler. There he is. Nice croaker. He's gonna fit on a fork, like Captain Paul says. Thank you.
Another nice one.
Normally, I am baiting my hook, but Captain Paul is my first mate today. He's the first mate. He's baiting my hook all the time, which I appreciate. It's a very nice touch. And he'll do this for you too if you're interested in a charter.
We need you catching them. We don't need you baiting a hook.
On. Nice one. Oh, that's a big croaker. Woo! Look at that croaker. Look at that one. That's a full-grown croaker. Well, they do get bigger than that too, but that is a nice fish. I'll take it. Want to tell you guys a little bit about the tackle and rig we're using today to catch all of these fish, and now we're close to 60, 70 fish in the cooler, so we are having a ball. But this particular rig right here is a custom-made whiting and croaker rig made by Captain Paul Spurko. These are sold on the Fish Bites website. I'm going to link all this information down below if you're interested in getting these own custom rigs that he makes. They're pretty sweet, made specifically for this. And you can see we're using a 1-ounce pyramid sinker with a swivel, and we're using a 15-pound fluorocarbon leader. And then we've got our two number 6 J hooks on either side right here with dropper loops. And we're using a piece of Fish Bites and a piece of live shrimp. Well, now he's a dead shrimp, but very fresh shrimp. And that is what is attracting the fish here. And sometimes I'm just throwing out a fish bite and catching fish. And then after that, we got to attach to that a swivel. And then the swivel is attached to our main line here. I'm gonna give it a cast. Let's see if we can hook up a fish right now because it's on fire, non-stop. I think there's a school of croakers sitting right out here. And this is, the swivel is attached again to my 15-pound mono main line. And this is the Penn Battle 2500 spinning reel. And the rod is a Bass Pro Gold Cup inshore rod. And I just got a little nibble. Let's see if I can get a fish. Come on. You gotta let him eat it and then set the hook. Nice one. Woo! Here he comes. See how fast that was, guys? Just like that. Fish after fish. The guy next to us has only caught like 5 all day. And I think we've caught quite a few. So I'm telling you, if you want to come do this and catch a whole bunch and fill your cooler, Captain Paul Spurko is the man. Because again, he caught 5, we caught 60. Big difference. All right, folks, as you can see, we got our beautiful croakers and whiting laid out. The tide is coming in, so we need to get these fish cleaned up. But we just took a thumbnail picture for the video and wanted to get a picture of all the awesome fish we caught today. And just so you know, there are no regulations on these 2 fish. So you're allowed to keep as many as you want. We caught a total of 68, which we killed it today. And that's a pretty good day to me. So we got a ton of fish to go back home with and clean up. And I am so excited. But first we gotta clean them up, put them in the cooler, and then I gotta give something special to Captain Paul. We're doing a quick swap among product right here. So Captain Paul is gonna give me his special, what we got here?
Well, what we got the whiting and croaker rigs that we were using today.
Yeah.
And we also have some pompano rigs that we've used in a previous journey.
Yes.
And basically the whiting and croaker rig's gonna carry you through the summer. And then late fall, when the pompano come back, these pompano rigs will certainly be the ticket to putting some fish in the cooler.
And if anybody's interested watching this, where do they go to purchase it?
They can purchase it on the website of Fish Bites, the company themselves, or if you're local in Jensen Beach, the Snook Nook on Indian River Drive.
Perfect. Thank you so much. All right,
my pleasure.
Hook him up with some goodies here too.
Oh boy.
So I am hooking him up with a ton of knives. We got Smith's Consumer Products, Lawaya saltwater coated fillet knives. So I'm giving him the 9 and the 7. The bait breaker knife, of course, you see all these knives on my show. And then also the sharpeners, handheld sharpeners here. We got the fancy Jif Fish one. It's got a knife sharpening tool and a whole bunch of gadgets on there. And then also a couple other ones and a couple stickers for you. A couple Darcizzle stickers. So let's go ahead.
I certainly appreciate this.
You're very welcome. And let's go ahead and fillet some fish. But at least he gets to try out the new Smith products and he's going to let me know how he thinks about them. So let's go.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Let's fillet him up.
Just lay him down. Got a brand new Smith's knife, so I know this is going to be easy. 1 cut behind the gills, just like that. It's simple.
Yep.
Take the knife, turn it, go down the backbone, right to the end. Guess what? You're done.
Simple.
Then, as far as skinning them, was a sharp knife. Down you go to the skin, right along the edge. I'm taking my time. You can do this a lot quicker than this. And boom, the skin's off. Then the only other cut you have to make is along the belly bones.
Yep.
A diagonal cross cut right there. And guess what?
Look at that fish sandwich.
Now, I will tell you, that one I got away from me because this knife's so sharp. Do it again. Here, I will show when you are cleaning them. There's a sharp knife. Down you go. Get to the tail. Just flip it. You don't even have to take the skin off. Down the skin.
Easy.
And then when you go to get rid of the racks, everything's attached.
Easy. That's easy.
Simple.
Small fish.
Another diagonal cut.
Simple as that.
Fillet. And the whiting is just as easy. If you want me to do one real quick, I'll be happy to.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do it a lot faster too. Show
Okay.
them how fast it goes.
Yeah, we can. Here's a whiting. Okay. There's the croaker out of the way. It's a cut. Down we go. Flip it. Boy, this knife is just sharp. One side. Take the skin. Flip it. Down we go. I might want to cut too far. This knife is too sharp.
It's too sharp.
But that's basically it. I mean, that's all you have to do. And then you just make the cuts with the
You can't even tell the difference between the two.
You can't, and when you cook them, you're not going to tell them either because they're both white, sweet, and mild.
Nice.
That's it. And I'll tell you what, this is some knife.
Awesome. All right, so you just saw Captain Expert Paul show you how to fillet those two fish up nice and easy. I'm not going to do that because I'm going to do the same exact thing he did. So let's join Puddin in the kitchen right now for an epic meal. I'm so excited.
Another great job, Darcizzle, filleting those little teeny baby fishes, croakers and whiting. And welcome, guys, to another edition of Cooking with Puddin. And I'm literally in the middle of cooking these croaker and whiting little fillets. And we're doing something a little different today. We are gonna make little slider sandwiches. And two reasons. One is, I don't know if you guys knew or not, but up in Long Island and also in Florida, I was a deli man. So I love sandwiches. I worked in delis for like 6 years. I could slay on the slicer, make any kind of sandwich. And that's why I love sandwiches. But also, Captain Paul gave us this recipe, and he tells us that this is George Poveromo's, one of his favorite sandwiches, one of his favorite things to eat. He loves this type of fish. And if you don't know who George Poveromo is, he's a famous fisherman. He's got a show forever on television. And he has a seminar series, a very popular seminar series. And Paul, Captain Paul, who we just fished with, is like a regular on that series. And he teaches people all about surf fishing and pompano and whiting and all that good stuff. So we're going to adopt that, and we're cooking them up. So we're just ending up frying these. And all we did, guys, is, you know, just like bread fish, pretty simple. We put it in some half and half, and then breadcrumbs. And then I'm frying them up in some coconut oil, and just throw it in there. And then we're going to put them on these King's Hawaiian slider breads, little rolls. We're going to put this remoulade sauce on there. We got from Publix, Louisiana remoulade. That is what's recommended by Paul and George's favorite. It was just 2 minutes on one side and then 1 minute on the other. And they're basically done now. I'm going to shut it off. But look over here. You know, as we always like to do, we're going to put them on this rack. And this rack and this pan that you guys got me, and all Puddin's very favorite items for cooking are going to be in that Amazon store, of course, including this tray. And this tray is just really going to help you make that fried fish nice and crispy. All right, last thing I want to say is thank you very much. Someone sent me this hat. It was from Amazon, so I couldn't tell who it was, but thank you so much. I'm going to add it to my Puddin hat collection. How's that? Pretty tight? I'm not going to bend it because this is the style now. So, Darcizzle, let's make a couple sandwiches. All right, so here's that sauce, guys. I'm just going to use a knife. Of course, you guys can use any kind of sauce you want. Let's put a little helping on here like this. Let's grab some fish. Oh. You can put a couple slices on here. They're so small. A little slider. And then we're going to use lettuce. I mean, you can put tomato on here, whatever you want to do. And boom. We got a slider. And I want to eat this right now so bad. I have not even tested it. But we're going to wait for Darcy and test them at the table. Yum, yum. All right, time for some Puddin sliders.
Dive in. I'm surprised he hasn't tried any of it yet. It's pretty
I'm
shocking.
amazed too. It's because it's a sandwich. It's on bread. You would have noticed. Delicious?
Mm-hmm. Really good. Me personally, I'm not like a big fan of the remoulade sauce, but it's really good combination with this and the sweet rolls, sweet buns, and the lemon pepper mixed in there with the breadcrumbs.
Yeah, I put lemon pepper salt on it.
And I chose the breadcrumbs with some of that pepperoncino cheese. How do you say that? Now everybody's making fun of me.
Parmesan?
No. I don't know. Persino? Romano.
Romano.
It's Pecorino Romano cheese.
But you could also, of course, just put tartar sauce on this. And I did have some of the fillets.
Mayo.
Yeah, mayo. I did have some of the fillets just by themselves, fried fish. It's delicious. Mm-hmm. You know, Captain Paul even says he likes it better than pompano. So this is a really delicious fish. Mm-hmm. I know they're tiny, and it's not like real sport fishing.
Yeah.
But it's so much fun. You caught like 60 of them. And you do it with anybody, with the kids on the beach.
Exactly.
Oh, it's fun.
Exactly, and there is a technique just like any other fishing. Like we were saying, the guy next to us only caught 5, well, we caught 68. So you really got to know what you're doing out there. And again, this is just a great family activity, summertime activity. Take anybody of any age and have a ball out there. You're going to stay out there for 4 hours and kill it and have delicious meals. So it doesn't get much better than that. It's the smallest fish I've filleted in a while, but one of the most delicious ones too. So
yeah,
can't complain. I usually use bait that size.
Right.
was a nice change of pace. Go ahead and drop a comment down below if you guys are interested in more cool videos like this, because we are more interested in doing beach fishing too and getting off the boat a little bit and changing it up.
I am especially.
So it's a lot of work on the boat.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching this episode. We hope you enjoyed. All the information you're going to need is right down below in the description. Hit that down Dropbox button arrow and open up all that info, and everything will be there.
Yes.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. We love you, and until our next adventure,
Follow your dreams
and keep on catching. Good morning, everybody. Darcizzle and Pudding coming at you from the beach this morning. We haven't done any beach fishing in like months. I'm super excited. I don't really want to say what we're targeting yet because I just want to kind of get out there and try to catch one, because last time we tried to do this, we didn't catch a single fish.
We're targeting Pompano. Listen, if we don't catch Pompano, you're not going to see this, so don't worry.
Yeah.
We're up here on Hutchinson Island, and we have some specialized gear we're going to tell you guys about during the trip. We're using some like 12 and 13 foot long Akuma rods. These reels are casting, 15-pound mono on here so you can cast really far, 30-pound fluoroleaders, and we're using special rigs from Captain Paul Spurko, and I'm going to tell you all about it. We're going to be using fish bites for bait. We're going to be casting out to the surf and catching a ton of pompano.
There we go. All right, this one was bouncing around a little bit and didn't look like too much, but it looks like it's coming closer to shore, so we're going to see what happens here. I hope this is the right fish. I just casted this one out. Nice and steady. There are the S words out here too, and they always can get your fish, and they particularly love to eat pompano. You guys know what I'm talking about. Man in the gray suit. All right, rod tip down. Fish coming up. Let's see what we got. He's a runner. Runner, runner. No wonder it wasn't really kind of doing anything. The rod tip was bouncing, definitely. But you just got to pay close attention to those rod tips for that bite and then run over there as soon as you can. We'll let him go. That's a nice, like, blue runner, a wahoo, or a kingfish would eat.
Yeah, we actually caught like another fish on our short rod. I didn't have the microphone. I forgot to plug in the microphone, so I got the footage of it, but I messed up the audio. But here it is. And so let me Darcy, put these. So show them what you're doing here and what you use for bait.
Yeah. So this is just your standard Captain Paul surf rig. This is like the pink version, but we got the bead and the float, and I believe that's a size 1 circle hook, very, very tiny.
Yeah.
And we're also fishing 1/0s on the other rods. But yeah, these pieces of fish bites that I cut into diamonds like that myself, and you can see there's an old fish bite there that's been chewed apart a little bit. I'm gonna leave it there just because there's a little more stuff on there for the fish to smell and come over and eat it, hopefully. But it's very, very simple. You just run it right through your hook, just like so. And I like to sometimes put a second one on the bottom hook just in case, because the crabs kind of get to the bottom hook way more than they do to the top hook. And if Papa wants to come by and swim it, eat it, hopefully there'll be some bait on there for him to do so.
Nice.
All right, so that's about it.
Tell them about the Sputnik weight too. Tell them about the whole rig while we're here.
Yeah, so this is a Sputnik
weight
4 ounce. And I believe I got this actually at Snook Nook like last year. But this is an awesome one with the long neck on it. And it really just anchors and locks into the sand and keeps your rig locked into the sand and not moving. So that when the fish comes by, checks it out, he can eat it. And then once he eats it, it'll kind of unset itself. And these will slide like this. And you're able to reel it in.
Yeah, and when you're checking your baits, these break off and you can reel it in easy.
Yeah.
So it's really great.
Yeah, so basically I set them in position and then I'll cast that out and it'll anchor right into the sand. Easy peasy.
And then we got a 30-pound fluoro leader.
Correct.
To, well, this is 20-pound mono, right? But we like to use 15 instead.
15 should be.
That's what Captain Paul said.
Yeah.
And Akuma surf rod.
Yep, 12
And
foot.
this is a Bass Pro beach reel. What is it called?
Surf reel.
Surf reel.
Breakwater.
Yeah. So it's spooled up totally full so you can cast far.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. That's the key to success. Sometimes you really need that distance in order to get to these fish. So we had a bite on a long rod and we had a bite on a short rod so far. So now we just got to see. Can you hold that? My baits. Thanks.
You know, we had caught a second pompano on our short rod, like not even a surf fishing rod, literally a tarpon rod that I brought just so we could have one for short. And people have been asking on Facebook when we're surf fishing, how far are you casting out? Listen, this is fishing. Every day is a new day, okay? I don't know what beach you're on. I don't know what tide you're at. I don't even know what fish you're fishing for. Maybe pompano, because we are, but the fish are at different levels, okay? You're gonna cast one far. You're gonna cast one medium, you're gonna cast one short, you can see what works that day, okay? just because Darcy caught a fish on the short at 10 a.m. at this certain beach on Hutchinson Island, which is 20 miles long, on Tuesday during incoming tide, during a full moon, doesn't mean the next Saturday the same thing's gonna happen, okay? So you gotta fish, and you gotta find the fish for that moment where you're at. Same thing with baits. You can use different baits, right, Sizzle?
Yeah.
You can use sand fleas, fish bites, shrimp, whatever you're gonna do, okay? I don't know what they're gonna bite that day. Just like when we go offshore, we have pilchards and runners and thread fins, and we bring squid for dead bait, all kinds of bait. The more the merrier to see what's working that day.
Yep.
Plan A, B, and C.
Variety.
Exactly.
Key. All right, now I'm just gonna stare at rod tips.
What she said. Terrible.
Terrible. That was lame. Everybody's leaving. Crap. Like the days we seem to pick this week so far have been the off days. So.
Well, the tide is switching right now. Traditionally.
Wait, it switched 2 hours ago, right?
No.
Oh.
No. That was 2 days ago. The tide's an hour later every day.
Yes.
Okay? So beach fishing, surf fishing, traditionally, you want to have an incoming tide to bring the clean water in and the fish. Outgoing is pushing a lot of sand and dirty water out, and generally not good. But they've had a great pompano bite in the morning lately, so we came down here in the morning.
Yep.
It also gives us the opportunity to fish both tides. All right, so there's going to be a big lull right now as it switches from bottom of the low to incoming. So a lot of people are leaving. Also, maybe they don't have to sit here all day long, and maybe they're going to work or something. But we're going to sit here and catch more fish, hopefully.
Hopefully.
If we don't catch any more fish, you won't see this, so
I mean,
don't
this
worry.
is also better than the day before because we didn't get a single pompano bite. Actually, we got like 2 bites, a bonefish and a blue runner.
Right, yeah. You gotta be out here. And we totally came out here today and failed
Yeah.
with all the best intel in the world.
Yeah, and we were here 8 hours.
8 hours with Paul.
Yep.
And whatever.
Yep, but it's a slow bite today, but at least we got 2 fish. Now we're 2 for 3 on bites.
Nice.
All right, we got fish on. 4th bite. I think it's the right kind. Woo! Oh yeah, oh yeah. Rod tip down, bring him up. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. All right. All these fish, number 3, that's keeper 2 all day. You can see on the bottom hooks, all the fish are on the bottom hooks today. But very exciting to get on these fish. Now we have the whole entire beach to ourselves, except one other couple that is here with us, but everybody left. And now we got only our rods in the water. So hopefully just the pompano find us. But keeper number 3, not too shabby. Yeah, I know.
The sand is kicking me in the face.
These fish are so strong.
Yeah.
This guy did a jump right on the surface and it was a really light bite on the rod tip. I mean, I barely saw the rod tip moving.
Well, that's our heaviest rod too.
Yeah, ran over to it and then picked up the rod and he was actually swimming towards shore and he didn't even realize it. And then I saw him jump. Yeah!
He's a little sandy.
Just a little.
We'll show him in the bucket.
Yes. All right. Number 3. So excited. These fish are so good. All right. Got a bucket full of water here to clean them off. It is just a gorgeous day in South Florida. I think the high today is going to be like 85 and it's already really hot.
I'm sorry, it's supposed to be a record high today.
Yes. But we're having a cold front come through real soon. Look how gorgeous this fish is. That's an ocean fish. No yellow on him whatsoever.
Nice.
And that fish, they have to be 12 to the fork. We'll measure on the Hair Club cooler real quick. And that's a 13-incher to the fork.
12, I thought it was like 11, you said.
12 to the fork.
Oh, okay.
All right. Nice. Stick them right in there. All right. Let's get lines right back out.
Nice.
It's 1 hour so far, but we're putting in our time.
Yeah. I just want to mention, I'm putting in your time, and we also said that before, is that everyone left, okay? And that's fine, but, and I know we're not killing it. Pompano fishing and any surf fishing is really a lot about being at the right spot at the right time. You really got to go a lot.
Yeah.
And like we went, you know, one day they catch a ton, and the next day you don't catch that many. That's what's happening to us.
Yes.
Yesterday, right here, Paul caught 14. Today, we caught 2 or 3, using the same exact everything. And same thing happened to us last week. But anyway, see, everyone left. I think we have fished everyone earlier too. We only saw one other pompano caught. We had caught 2. Now there's no one here, and we caught 3. So, you know, a lot of it is just putting your time in. Like we're not doing anything especially special that anyone else can't do if they're copying Paul in his seminars or
Right.
any of our videos, but we're just here.
Right.
Right.
Time on the water. That's what we say a lot. All right, let's stay diligent.
All right.
Diligent, diligent, and diligent.
Diligent and vigilant.
Vigilant.
As soon as you get lazy,
Diligent,
you're gonna miss that opportunity.
diligent,
You're gonna miss the
diligent.
opportunity.
All righty, this one's ready to roll.
All right.
Nice fish, see him jumping. Oh yeah, that's what we want. Stay hooked, baby. Oh yeah, that's him all day. Look at him on the surface over there. Oh yeah, just did a nice jump. Another jump, another jump. That's so cool. All right, rod tip down. I don't want to lose this fish. You know, we have circle hooks on these rigs. It's basically the fish hooks himself when he eats it. But I just casted this one out. Oh yeah. No question, that's a keeper right there all day. And I gotta say too, whew, on the green machine rig. Sweet.
Nice job, Darcizzle.
That's a nice fish.
Yeah.
All right, green machine and also the green machine, or power line green bait on the top. That's the first one on the top hook. And by the way, guys, I'm wearing my beautiful Florida Pompano necklace available on my website, but that's solid sterling silver. And I'll link that information down below if you guys love Pompano too. All right, let's get it right back out.
The major just started.
Literally
All
just
right, just for
started.
your
What time is
information,
it?
The major just started.
4 minutes
see
ago.
how that works. But
You
were
probably ate right at the start of the major.
Yeah, but we caught, that's the fourth fish, and we've been here, it's 11:30, so we were catching about one an hour, and we caught that one within half an hour. So I'm not sure that's the major or not, but we're just giving you guys the info.
All right, let's get that power line green
Yeah.
right back out.
And I will say, I'm not trying to talk bad about anybody else, but I mean, these folks down here, everybody else left, and we've got 2 fish since everybody left. And these folks down here aren't catching any fish, but, and that's not a slight, but I'm just saying that it's the little things that we're doing differently. We have Paul Sprickel's rigs, which are tied on like very high quality fluoro. You know, we're casting out further, we're changing the baits more. So many people fishing out there, guys, so much pressure,
It's a
so much
lot of work.
pollution, so much global warming or whatever. You know, it's just, you gotta do these things. Or you're not gonna catch nothing. It's not 40 years ago.
All right, I'm gonna cast this out and then I think we need to check the others.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, guys, let me show you how we're setting these rods today. So I just casted that out. I got my bail open and I'm walking it all the way back down to the rod holder. I just thought I saw something on that other rod, but I'm really paying attention to these rod tips for these bites today. And let me show you exactly what we do. So once we get to the rod holder here, I'm gonna close the bail and I'm gonna make tension on that line. So I'm gonna bring it all the way back up. And basically the key to success here with fishing for pompano is you want to have a bend in tension in your rod tip at all times when it's sitting in the rod holder. So I've got tension and now I'm just going to slowly put it in and then I'm going to adjust my drag here. Drag is very important. You want to have a very light drag. It's more important to have a light drag so the fish can take it and then they can do their little run and their jump and all that good stuff, but also there's sharks in the area too. So you want to make sure as soon as you see your rod tip go slack, that usually means you have a fish on, or sometimes you'll see it bob, but a lot of times it'll just go straight up and then you know you have a fish. So I constantly am looking up at all the rods at 24/7 and just looking for those bites. But light drag is key to success because a lot of the times these fish pull hard and they'll pull right off your hook if you don't have a light drag set. All right, so that is barely, very, very light bend in the rod and it's ready to roll. And it's gonna sit like that until something takes it. He's on there, you gotta go. You gotta go.
I'm gonna pass out.
Brian, go, go, go. Don't let the S word get it.
Shush.
Go,
shush.
Brian. You see that rod standing straight up, guys? There's a fish on that. Let's go, let's go.
Whew, that was tiring.
What was tiring?
Running over here.
What was tiring?
Running over here.
Oh my goodness. Dude, these fish are on fire. I casted that again. Oh! Runner!
Puddin does it again.
Good job.
At least I got some exercise.
He's exhausted.
Running and COVID don't mix.
Get it, Brian.
You're killing me, Sizzle.
You gotta go. He's straight up, run to the beach. Catch up. There he is. Nice.
Woo. Jesus, Sizzle, I think you're just trying to make me do sprints.
Man, the fish are chewing on the major.
This better be like pompano.
Yep.
I did it!
Keeper, get him up, get him up. That's a big one too.
Whew.
Nice job. Nice job. Woo! Brian caught a pompano.
Nice. He's
Nice workout.
He's like the smallest one all day.
No, it's not.
They gotta be 11 inches to the fork.
Right.
Not
Sorry,
12.
I said 12 before. All right, I'm gonna get that bait.
All ours are at least 12 though.
Oh, the bait's on there.
Now we have, what do you have, 5 or 6?
This is number 5. Now we have 2 fish in 15 minutes.
We're just getting over COVID, or not COVID, but something else. Nice.
Sweet. We are back at the house, guys. It is just a glorious day out here, but wanted to tell you real quick, we caught a total of 6 fish, a 1-man limit, okay? And really, honestly, 6 fish is more than enough for the 2 of us. We really don't need any more fish. So we were happy with that, and we left the beach very content with a lot of delicious pompano. So let's dive right into this. And put in behind the camera is going to be cooking a new delicious recipe we've never tried before, and I'm so stoked because pompano is one of my favorite fish to eat. And I'm also going to show you a new technique on filleting these fish today. So I'm going to be using my 8-inch knife today, and what we're going to do is, pompano have a lot of head meat. I mean, they're a member of the jack family, but you can just go right in here and feel along where it gets hard and soft, where the meat meets the bone. And all we're going to do here is we're literally going to knock his head out. And what I mean by that, take your sharp knife, make that cut, and we're just gonna go right around those pec fins and cut his head right out. Pretty simple, but you can see all that meat in there, but that actually has a lot of cartilage and whatnot, so we got as much of it as we possibly could. And then we're just gonna fillet him like a normal fish. And eliminating the head really just gives you leverage to get all that extra meat around the head area and collar. And now I'm just taking my time. And this fish is really easy to cut through the skin. I would say it's very close to like a moonfish or a look down. It just has like a super thin skin that runs right across the delicious meat. And even the bones are easy to cut through. So I'm just taking my time, really bending that blade and just getting right along those bones. Oh, there's a bone right there I just missed. Going right back over that. But these bones kind of just blend right into the meat, and like I said, it's really easy to cut through it for some reason. I don't know why, but last cut. Look at that, delicious. And you can see that how we just get right along there, all the innards are inside. And what we're gonna do now is just skin it like any other normal fish. Get it right on the edge of the table so you have a lot of control. And I'm gonna stick with the 8-inch. And what I like to do is basically get it in there, and then I'm going to keep my knife at an upward angle instead of a downward angle. Why? Because again, you're going to cut through that skin really easily if you're not careful. So a little bit of an upward angle, you'll maybe miss a millimeter or 2 of meat, but that's worth it to not cut through the skin. And you see I'm just checking every inch or so, making sure that I didn't cut through, doing a good job. All right, and that fish is done. Beautiful. And you can see all that red meat right along the skin here. So it's interesting how this fish is just built for speed and built for living in the sand, and they don't have crazy scales or anything like that because they don't live on the reef or the structure. They're kind of up in the troughs and in the sandy banks and stuff, eating shrimp and crabs and stuff in the sand. All right, and we just cut that little red bloodline out, a little bit of those pin bones, and we got 2 delicious pompano loins. But you can see here, like look at my knife, you can see the oil all over that knife. It's just a really oily fish with all those omega-3 fatty acids, just delicious fish to eat. But that's how oily this guy is. So just gonna clean it up a little more, finish up the other side of this fish, and just do it the same exact way you guys just saw me do. And then we'll meet you in the house for the cooking with pudding portion of this video. Oh, I'm so excited.
Whew. Thanks so much, Darcizzle, for cleaning up those pompano. That skin is so thin, it's very difficult to do it that well. Excellent job. But welcome, guys, to another edition of Cooking with Pudding. I know this is your favorite part of the show. I've been getting lots of requests. We asked on our email list things you wanted to see. All you guys wanted to see more Cooking with Pudding, so I'm bringing you a very exciting edition. We're going all out. We're not going that simple like we always do. We are cooking pompano wrapped in paper, or pompano papillote. I don't know how you say that word. I'm not French. Anyway, I asked a great chef who we're friends with on Facebook, what's the best recipe for pompano, and he suggested this. I had never really heard of it before, but I guess there's some big chef 200 years ago in New Orleans created this recipe based It's named after some balloonist kind of guy. You guys can all look it up, but let's get right into it. Sizzle, you get nice and close. So as always, I have all the ingredients spread out. We have 2 things of pompano. First, we're taking the pompano. Sizzle, get in here so everybody can see. First, we're gonna coat the pompano with some olive oil. Bam, bam, bam. We have the oven already preheated to 400 degrees. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Beautiful, beautiful. We're gonna salt and pepper that. I'm not gonna do too much because I'm using salted butter. Put that to the side. I'm gonna take my paper. By the magics of movie magic, it's already pre-cut. Boom. You can also do this with the skin on. You can eat pompano skin, it's completely edible. Next, I got my shrimp all mixed up. We're gonna put in some garlic. Nice, mix it up. They want me to do more salt and pepper. This is why I'm not putting too much salt and pepper on everything in the world. Oh, that was a little tough. We're gonna mix it. We're gonna mix it on top. This is gonna have a delicious butter, lemon, and shallot sauce added on top. This paper, very common method. We've also done it with snook with Darcy's dad.
What about the parsley?
The parsley goes in the other stuff.
Okay.
Oh, she's trying to throw me off, gentlemen. All right, now we're gonna put that on our baking sheet. Let's do that one more time. All right, guys, now we're gonna put this in the oven. It's gonna be like 10 or 12 minutes. Nice. This is gonna cook, and it's gonna like steam it in there, and it's gonna hold all the juices in. It's gonna be insane. Get that right in there. I'm gonna put this on for 10 minutes because you know I like to undercook fish. All right, let's make the sauce. All right, guys, the sauce. Oh, that's a little hot. Lemon juice and shallots. First, we're gonna reduce this. All right, guys, that's pretty well reduced. We're gonna start melting in this butter. It's a lot of butter. All right, here's the last bit. Melt it in. Last step is we're gonna put in some parsley. Oh, look at that. Can't believe that paper didn't catch on fire. Nice. Sizzle, get right in here. You need to have your face right in here. Got the sauce. Let's look. Look in there, Sizzle. Ready? Oh my Lord. You guys seeing this? It looks really good. This fish is cooked. Delicious. Now watch this. I think I did a fabulous job. We're gonna take it to the table for the taste test. Let's go.
So you eat it like inside your paper.
That's how we're eating it. I'm not totally sure. I imagine that's part of the appeal.
All right.
You don't have to, I don't know.
Let's do it. I'm very
It
hungry.
looks freaking ridiculous. It's pompano
Does.
and garlic and shrimp
I get a bite of everything.
with like butter sauce. It's the best thing I've ever eaten in my life.
This is really good. We always do special stuff with pompano. Because like I said, pompano is like one of our favorites. This is amazing.
Just as you guys would imagine, it's ridiculous. I added a little sugar to the sauce because that's my secret ingredient.
But that's about it, guys. We're just gonna dive in and stop talking. So, thank you so much for watching this video. The links to everything we talked about is gonna be down below in the description.
Including the rigs and everything, right?
That's what I mean. That's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
what I'm talking about.
Recipe
is
and the rigs.
If you want those rigs and all that good stuff, link below and support your local businesses like that awesome Captain Paul Spurko. He's amazing.
Yeah.
So,
He can take you on a charter and you'll learn everything.
yes, we're looking forward to doing more beach fishing real soon. And until our next adventure,
Follow
follow
your
your dreams
dreams
and keep on catching. Today, we're going to be using the RC fishing surfer boat for the first time. The boat is giving us the ultimate advantage, pulling our lines over a quarter mile out to where the fish are. Is this cheating? Oh, they're creepy. Fish on. Ooh, we got the pop. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another adventure. Today we are doing some beach fishing. We've already got 3 rods out, but we're also gonna be taking this for its maiden voyage on the water. This is a remote control, beautiful fishing boat, and we're gonna be attaching lines to the back here and sending out baits. And we're gonna see how well this works in the waves. But today is gonna be a beautiful day down here in South Florida. Super excited to use the boat, catch some fish. Our buddy Captain Paul Spurgo is next to us with already a couple fish in his cooler. And Brian is behind the camera, of course. And if you're new to the channel, I'm Darcizzle.
And yeah, we're gonna be targeting hopefully pompano and whiting and croaker.
Yeah.
Could be some sharks out here. We'll see what happens.
This is the best time of year to target pompano on the beach.
Yeah. So as Darcy said, we got a bunch of rods out, and we're gonna go over everything, how we're catching all these fish. But let's hopefully catch a fish real soon here.
Yeah. You know Paul fishes 4 rods and we fish 3?
Oh, all right, we gotta get some more rods out.
We're lame. All right, guys, time to get some lines out, and we are gonna use this sweet looking remote control surf fishing boat. And it comes in this bag, so we carried it to the beach like this, pretty nice. And we already have it rigged up with the GoPro, so we can check out the waves as we head out, and then when we bring it back in as well. But you see this very deep V in the front, that should really help cut it through the waves. And if it does flip over, it actually will flip itself right back over. So it's pretty sweet. And you can see here, it's long distance, so up to 500 meters of radio range. And in the back is where we're gonna stick our whole rig. It also has this little clip where we're gonna put the weight on there, and you put your rig in here, close it up with the clip, and then you're gonna drop it when we're out there. So usually Brian behind the camera operates these remote controls. So I think I'm gonna have him jump in right now and tell you a little bit more about it.
Yeah, I do a lot of the technical stuff, so here's how you get it set up real quick. Just you can take that off.
Yes. And it comes with a stand too, by the way.
Yeah, we got a nice stand at home.
Open.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, there you go.
Perfect.
You connect the battery.
Connect the battery.
Battery recharges really fast, actually. There you go.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Do I turn it on or anything? No. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
Making noises.
There you go. Make sure you close both. I always forget to close this one too.
Oh, yeah.
There's 2 latches. All right. Now grab the.
Should be completely waterproof, correct?
Yeah, it's totally waterproof.
Yes, totally
grab
waterproof
that gun,
on the inside.
Flip that on. Right here.
Oop, drop the boat.
Yeah, make sure they're paired. Now you do have to pair. We have to pair these. It takes like 2 seconds.
Okay.
Squeeze the gun. See if the engine goes on. There you. Oh, well, there you go.
It is going on.
Yeah. There you go. So
Sweet.
yeah. So whoop. So basically, you can see it's got the battery. This is the battery in the boat. This is the speed, and then you can steer it with this.
Pretty awesome.
And you also, if you press this button right here, GPS, that'll bring it home. Like I'll practice right now. Look, you press this, and that light will go on, and then the boat starts moving. When you put it in the water, if you want to come right back to this, you just press that button.
And then we also can mark fishing spots.
Yeah, you can do all kinds of great stuff.
Cool.
All right, let's do it. Oh, and this releases the back. Show that real quick.
Sure.
Pick it up.
I gotta close it.
So it's open, like when you close that thing, push that down. Then you see the thing go across. There you go. Press it down. There you go.
Locked into place.
When I'm out there, I'm going to turn this.
Releases the clip.
There you go. So let's do it.
Nice. All right, let's take it down to our rig that we got to get in the water. Alrighty, so we have a pompano rig here, Florida pompano rig for the beach. This is the best time of year to catch Florida pompano, so that is the goal for today. Our friend right next to us has caught a ton. We have not yet, but maybe the boat is going to bring us good luck right now. So we are rigged up with a pompano rig, and I tied it straight with a uni to uni knot. Usually we have a swivel here, but I took the swivel off with less hardware in the water. So this is 30-pound test tied to 30-pound test, and we got 2 dropper loops. You can see there with one aught size 1/0 circle hooks, and the circle hooks are in line. We have a bead on one on the bottom hook just to see if that's going to bring more attention to it, and then also a bear hook. And then we have an assortment of other rigs too, some with floats, some with just beads, and some with just the bare hooks. And I'm rigging up a fish bites. This is the Easy Flea color. There you go. Easy Flea cover cut into diamond shapes like this. And we also rig it up with sand fleas. I forgot to bring a sand flea over here. On the bottom, we have a pyramid style weight. All right, got some sand fleas. I picked some smaller size ones so they don't fly off the hook as easy. These are not cooked either, so you would consider those raw sand fleas. And we got hooked up from Captain Paul Spurko, also using Captain Paul Spurko's rigs. But I'm excited to get the boat out there. And the cool thing is we can drop it anywhere we want to. We don't have to worry about casting and getting the accurate cast, anything like that. We just use the boat, put it right in the spot within the spot. For our surf fishing setup today, we are using Offshore Anglers Breakwater 7000 size reel spooled with high-vis line. This is paired with an Akuma surf rod, and then we have Deerfield Fabricators sand spikes, which I'm super excited about. This is new to us. Love it. You just put it in the ground, in the sand, push it down with your feet so you get it level with the sand. And we're all set, ready to fish. And I love that it has these little indents to just stick your reel right in there. But let's get it casted out. Not cast it out. Let's send it out with the boat.
Okay. So maybe I would lean it, open the bail,
Okay.
and lean it against here. Yeah, something like that. So that, because we're gonna have one guy in the camera and we're at the boat.
Okay.
So
That's actually a good idea.
yeah,
Yeah,
there
that'd
we
be
go.
fine.
All right. So you can put the bait in here, especially if it's bigger, like if you go shark fishing. You can attach the bait to this clip. We're just gonna put it in here, but you could also hold up really higher.
Yeah.
Higher. There's another clip under here. You can also do the same thing, which is another release clip just like that one. See it?
Yes.
All right. That's all. There we go.
All right.
Now close it off.
All right, good.
I think so. No, you gotta press that thing down.
Oh. There we go.
Oh, I opened it. All right, put it down. Oh, there we go.
Good.
Easy enough. It's almost
All
too
right,
easy.
we didn't put the line in this clip or anything. We just closed it shut, so when it opens, it'll drop it right out.
Yeah, yeah. All right, I got it, Sizzle.
Filming you with the boat.
Make sure there's no big breakers coming, but it's self-righting, so it should be fine.
Right.
We have to get out there a little bit.
Go, little boat, go. Drive, drive, drive. Wrong way, wrong way. There you go, there you go. Head away from your other rods. Southeast direction. Look at it go. Going over some big swells. Here comes a big wave, here comes a big wave, here comes a big wave. Put it right where the pompano are gonna eat it. You gonna drop it?
How's that? That's pretty far, Darcizzle. You see those waves that went over?
That was insane.
I'm gonna drop it. Give a little gas so it falls out. Then I'm just gonna press the home button and it's gonna come home.
All right, let's go close up that rod. You don't see it?
I see it. It's riding a wave.
Go, go, go! Oh! All right. That was crazy. It got flipped and tossed there a couple seconds, but in the end, it still landed upright. Got our bait out there. Let's just go close up our bail and wait for the fish to bite. Send out the next rod. That was awesome.
All right, you have to use this thing in salt water particularly. It's a very important maintenance you gotta do, just like anything in salt water, like my boat trailer. So I'm gonna rinse these off with fresh water to prepare anything that spins. I'm also gonna do this pin and this pin, even though I didn't use it. More the merrier, I think. And it even comes with this nice oil, and you can, which you have to dab on these spinning parts of the thing, the spinning parts, like the propeller and the shafts. So I'm just gonna drop a piece of oil on that, there. You know, and when in doubt, overdo it with maintenance and lubrication, you know, so there's a little bit coming off. All right, oh. All right, then you're gonna I'm just gonna give it some gas so the oil spins around and maybe do this a little bit, get the oil in there, all right? Normal stuff, normal stuff. All right, guys, Darcy went potty, and I caught 2 pompano and a whiting while she was gone. So I'm the lucky chuck.
I'm not the luck.
No,
I'm the bad luck.
Let's measure this one. They gotta be 11 inches to the fork. This
That's
one might
good.
be
Let's
marginal.
keep her all day. Let's
All right,
keep her
go
all
check
day.
it. Yeah, he's like 12.
No, put him on the nose.
Oh, whatever, he's 12
Put
and a
his
half.
nose right here.
All right. I can
Yeah.
see he's 12.
Yeah.
All right.
Good job.
Nice, we got bait right back out.
All right, let's do it.
All right, anyways, so the boat works.
All right, let's send him out again.
Less Darcy and more pudding.
What's going on with that rod?
Which one?
Nice, Brian.
Loker! Is that a permit?
No, big pompano.
Darcizzle, put my fish in the cool. I've been so busy catching fish.
I suck over here.
Let's go,
apparently.
grunt worker.
Yeah, I know I gotta handle Brian's fish.
That's what she said.
Oh my God.
So we have to bring a nice bucket so you can clean the sand off the fish and we bleed them.
Yeah.
Did you show them how you bleed them?
Yeah, just cut their gills right in here. I should have grabbed a knife, but I used scissors.
That's okay.
It worked.
Yeah.
Beautiful fish. How big is that one to the fork?
I don't know, I didn't even measure it. You got some on you?
Got what on me?
Fish.
I always have fish on me. He's 15 to the fork.
Not bad.
Nice fish.
Nice fish.
Second I come back, the bite goes off.
Yep. You stick at fishing.
I do.
Excuse me? We got 2 or 3?
Yeah, we got a couple. One
Yeah?
flea.
Same frame, maybe 3 pounds, 3.5 pounds.
That one's 15 to the fork. 15, yeah. And then a couple like that. Yeah. Nice.
Not too shabby.
He's a fan as well. He follows me.
I caught all the fish though.
Yeah, Brian caught all the fish.
I caught telling him.
You're gonna be in my YouTube video. Awesome.
Long time to go, you know?
Oh, his car was in one of the videos in the past.
Yeah,
We have a ton of beach fishing videos you guys can look up.
that's cool.
Oh, we have a ton, thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. You can throw them
Everyone's
right
giving
there.
out sand fleas around
Yeah, thank
here.
you so much.
Oh, we got more.
Thank
you so much.
Everybody's hooking me up. I love
Yeah,
it.
we got it. You're so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
But yeah, he's a fan. I walked up, we took pictures together before while Brian was catching fish, and then I came back this way. But like between Jimbo and Paul and I forget his name, our fan right there, everybody's giving me feelies, so that's what's working.
Yeah. Yeah, so the beach, it's, we love the beach because of course it's way cheaper and you catch delicious pompano, but it's so nice to be out here.
Brian couldn't stop raving about how delicious pompano were last time.
Oh, I can't believe how good they are. But also just like a community out here, if you come out here enough, you meet other people on the beach, and it's not like you're in a boat all by yourselves.
Yeah.
Or just with a couple of people. And you meet people and everyone tries to help each other. It's really nice.
It's really nice.
Yeah. And we're on Hutchinson Island, and you just talk to people in your network, but you just go up and down the beaches trying to find clean water. And the water's not that clean today.
It's not.
But with the incoming tide, hopefully it cleans up like it's doing now. And but you just hop all these little beaches up and down the East Coast until you find clean water and where people catch fish. So
Right.
that's it.
You want to fish the boat again?
Yeah, it's great. The boat is great for taking out those long lines, and it's
Okay.
fun.
All right, maybe next round.
Yeah, whatever.
Send it out again.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and and it goes up 500 yards, which you can't cast that far,
No.
and it comes back automatically, and it goes like 15 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And you can see some of this footage. I mean, if it flips over, I was like worried about it flipping over, just
Yeah.
naturally, but it just flips right back over and it starts going again.
Right.
It's crazy.
But also the fact that the GPS return to home thing is pretty sweet.
Yeah, because if you go out there 500 yards or whatever, you can barely see the thing,
Yes. You barely see it, barely drive it back to you.
Yeah, you don't know which
with
way
the
it's
GPS
going.
on, it just comes right back.
Yeah. And again, so that's rcfishingworld.com. Check them out.
Link down below.
Yeah, like down below.
All right, guys. We're just messing around with the RC remote control. Luckily, our buddies are helping us watch our rods while we're filming and doing stuff. Otherwise, we would have not seen this, but it went off. Took a run at it. This is my first fish. Let's see if I can actually get it to the beach because Brian is way ahead of me right now. It's a nice fish though. It's going this way. I wonder if it's a shark. Just saw a bonnethead shark being caught. But as you get closer and closer, you want to keep your rod tip down. I have super light drag. And I'm going to let the waves help me bring this fish in. He's acting like a pompano. Follow your fish, guys. Follow your fish. That's a stud. Oh my God, he came off. I have not the luck today. I'm pretty sure I didn't do anything wrong there. He pulled off. Look, feel my drag.
All right, well, sometimes you miss a fish.
Can you just get the rod tip out? It's the thing is stuck. Thank you. Fish on. Oh, the drag is so light. All right, I don't want to mess this up again. It might not be a pompano, but any fish, I'll take it. I'll take it. It's our short rig. Follow your fish. Woo! Big old whiting.
Is that a whiting or a croaker?
That's a big old whiting. That's a big old whiting. That's a good sandwich right there. Nice. All right, at least I didn't lose him. We're on the right track. That's like the biggest whiting of the year right there.
That's like the biggest whiting I've ever seen.
He's huge.
He's huge. And you know, another thing you do, guys, like we just use that, you can see that rod is not 12 or 13 feet like the rest of the rod, so that's like just like our short rod.
Yeah.
And we've caught 2 whiting on that, and you can catch a lot of croakers close in, and anything else, of course, but you know, you gotta mix it up. So you don't know where the fish are, so you know, you put rods out long, medium, and short. So paying off. That's delicious food too. I'm just watching the lines.
This is gonna eat up perfect. All right, I just need redemption now on a pompano for me. Beautiful ocean whiting right there. Oh,
yeah, good
and
job.
I got him. Or it's like, go wash him off, and I get him dirty in 2 seconds again. But you can see his colors, like he's gorgeous. That's a nice one.
That's huge.
Could be good fillets on that guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Woo! Yummy. Just when we were going to check them. All right, walking down to the beach because we got a lot of people at the beach now. So I just want to get close to the fish, do this right. Feels like it might be the right one. We were just about to pull them and check the rods again. This is all about patience, diligence. Yeah! Woo! We got the pump! Heck yeah! High five, high five. Woo! That's a nice one too.
We did it!
Oh yeah. Keeper, get him up, get him up. Another great fishing day, guys. We caught a ton of fish, and we have 6 fish in the cooler. Not too shabby at all, thanks to rcfishingworld.com. Got our biggest pompano right here. I just cleaned him up in his gill plates, and we're gonna fillet him up. And Brian is gonna jump into this little cleaning session with me on the table. We've got, of course, the fishing surfer boat right here. Pretty sweet, and I'm excited to use it again in the future. But there's a lot of great benefits to this boat, and so many of you guys are interested in it. So we're gonna get into a little bit of the specifics. Number one is the fact that it's self-righting in some massive rollers and waves on the beach. Like, it got flipped and tossed and turned, and you can see in this GoPro footage that it literally goes upside down underwater and then flips itself right back up and continues to go on.
I was actually very surprised.
Very impressed. Impressed. I was concerned, like, you know, those are strong waves.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then, you know, sometimes you go out and it hits a big wave if you're in big surf.
Yeah.
And you just pick it up and just push it right back out again.
Yes.
I couldn't believe it.
The other benefit for the beach fishing is the fact that getting it out far, but there's a lot of people with injuries out there these days.
Yeah, you know, my shoulder hurts. I'm 56 years old.
Brian's got old shoulder injuries. I'm sure, I mean, I pray to God I don't ever get any injuries in the future, but if I do, this is something that you utilize to your advantage to get your baits out where they need to be.
Yeah, you know, we always say, you know, put your baits at different, you know, distances from the beach, different depths out there. So you know, you have one close, you have one medium, and maybe with the, you know, with the boat, you can bring one further than everybody else. So it's really great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And we're going to link all the information right below in the description. Go to rcfishingworld.com to check out this boat and a lot of other products they have, but highly recommend the Fishing Surfer.
Yeah. All right, let's get other ways so you can fillet that fish.
All right, let's
you know
do
what?
it.
They also have a version you can add a fish finder.
Yes.
Like a sounder. So that's
yes.
pretty cool.
Like a real fish finder underneath sonar.
Yeah. And, here's the rack that comes with it, like we mentioned you know, at the beach.
Well, yeah, like it's a little stand.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's fillet our fish.
Perfect.
Gonna just use my 8-inch knife today. Gotta remember these pomps got a lot of meat all the way to the nose. And I'm so excited for dinner. One of my top 5 favorite fish to eat, period, end of story. I say this a lot, but I can't get enough of catching them. I love to catch them.
Because they're so delicious, okay?
Dude, they're so good.
And so I'm not gonna cook them today, but I will tell you about the meat. It's, it's a little bit of an oily fish, but in a good way, not too oily. And it's a white, firm meat.
The oil gets all over my knife.
Yeah,
blade.
and you can use it, and you can eat it as sushi even.
Yes.
I'm just gonna, I'm gonna diet. I always like to remind you. And so I'm just gonna throw it in a pan with salt and pepper and some butter. And if a fish you can do that with, then you know you're doing the right thing. But you can do a ton of other stuff. And of course we have the e-cookbook available on Darcy's website, and there's a ton of recipes in there, or you can just Google up.
Including delicious pompano recipes.
All kinds of pompano recipes, okay? You can put it on the barbecue, you can grill it, you really just do anything with it. It's the most delicious fish in the whole wide world.
Yeah, and also for future videos, if you guys want to know about like Brian's diet routine and his exercises and stuff, feel free to comment that information down below. He'll share it with you.
Yeah, we might do some more content like that, because I know, Darcy's...
A lot of people have been curious. Ooh, look at the egg sac. You see that?
Yeah, because I know a lot of you guys, a lot of people that fish are old fellas like me, middle-aged, or whatever you want to say, and interested in how to lose weight. So, and I've been training for a long time. But anyway, we're talking about this fish today.
Yeah, but he's doing great, as you guys can see.
And the skin...
He's so skinny.
The skin is one of those fish skins that has like very tiny scales. You can't even notice them, so you can eat the skin. And like you put it on a barbecue, just leave that skin on there, and it'll grizzle up, and it'll be...
Yeah. And we
it'll
already
be just
got
delicious.
one beautiful fillet right here, and I like to go in there with the knife, and this is where the flex of the Darcizzle knife comes in, where you can just get that belly meat right out.
So good. You can see how nice and white that meat is. Yeah,
Excellent.
So you can eat the skin. People love to do that. It gives a little more flavor, or different flavor. Or you can also skin it. The skin is very thin, so it's a little tough. So we usually just cook it with the skin on, and a lot of times the skin will just peel off or just fall right off very delicately. So super great. And Darcy's like making this thing see-through, you can tell.
I am. Yeah, this is a big pompano, man.
That's probably the one I caught.
It probably is.
I think that first one was when you were going potty was the biggest
Yes.
one.
Figures. That's okay. We all have our days where I catch more fish than Brian catches more fish than me.
Yeah. So the pompano,
Team
you're
effort.
just gonna flake just like any other fish. So.
And we leave the skin on, like Brian had just said before, but I'm not gonna waste my time trying to get the skin when it just literally falls off after being cooked.
Yeah.
All right, I cut through a little bit. That's how
That's
sharp
okay.
my knife was,
That's
but
great.
no big deal.
Nice.
Tasty right there, and that's where the super sharp and the flex comes in. Just knock that right out, and we're ready for dinner.
All right,
Woo!
good job.
Look at that. That's a meal for 2 people right there.
Nice.
Amazing.
All right.
Alrighty, guys. Well, thanks for joining us on today's adventure. Once again, check out the links down below.
Yep.
And until our next one, follow your dream
And keep on catching.
What's up, everybody? Good morning. Putting in Darcizzle coming at you. And this morning, it's a beautiful day on the beach. We are beach fishing.
Yes, it's the annual blacktip shark migration, and also there's pompano around. So we've come up to the beach here on Hutchinson Island, and our great friend Paul Spurko said there's all kinds of stuff going on. So we come up here. We're gonna show you about all our gear we have. We've got some specialized gear, and we'll hopefully got some sharks and some pompano.
Yeah, that's the goal. The goal is sharks, and pompano will be a bonus. But we're gonna see what happens. One guy already beat us to the beach.
Oh boy, so we gotta get going.
We're late. Let's
All right,
go.
let's hit it.
Let's go. All right, guys, we're all set up. We're gonna dive right into this. This fish is still frozen. Oh boy. We got a fresh bonita here from offshore. We're gonna get a nice slab off of this guy. He's frozen. Got a fresh bonita chunk here. Like we said, we're targeting the black tip, so really want to match the size of your bait to the size of the sharks. Not the giant, biggest sharks in the world here, but they're still nice sized sharks. So we got a big chunk here. We'll make sure that hook is exposed. We have filed down our barbs on these circle hooks, just 3 times strong. And something just like that. And you can see we have it crimped on, and we are not using wire leaders today. We are using mono. I believe this is 400-pound mono, which is great for these sharks because they're not going to cut through this mono. And then we got about 4-foot leader crimped on to our swivel, as you can see, and that is attached to about a 2-foot spider weight, which is going to hold in the sand. So we're all set up, ready to go. And you can see here we're going to be using a 6,000 Shimano Saragosa paired with a star rod, which is just our simple offshore rod. This is not a really, long beach rod, but this is gonna do just fine for the sharks. The guys over here just told me they're within 15 feet of shore. That was not that long. When we're fishing for sharks, whether it's on the boat or on the beach, what we like to do is have a really light drag. So I've set this to basically nothing. So that way when the shark takes it, he doesn't really know he's gonna be hooked, and he's gonna swallow that bait and swim away with it, and that circle hook's gonna get him right in the corner of the mouth. So we'll just hear this start going out, and we'll know to crank it up, let him run for a few seconds, and then shark on. And I think it's gonna happen pretty quick here. Here we go, guys. The line just started screaming out. I'm gonna give it a second here. Come on, shark. Here he goes, here he goes. Oh no, that was the wave. Pulling the line. See, give him a second. He's on there. I think he's on there. No, actually.
No. All right.
I'll let it sit for a minute and then we'll check it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
now
was a good sign.
Yeah, that thing took off. Now, you know, we're using circle hooks, and so it's really, you're not gonna sit there and set the hook.
Right.
And with sharks, we've learned just let them take it. They bite it, and then it takes them a while to eat it and all this stuff, so there's no rush. And I don't know, he just dropped it.
Yeah, what's the first thing you do when you catch a shark?
Nothing. That's what I always first, when you guys are out there fishing, talk to everyone, communicate, talk about what's gonna happen if you get a bite.
Yeah, who does what?
Yeah, like usually, like we're shark fishing, so the line starts going off. What do? You don't do anything. You just hang out, you see what happens. For 3 seconds at least.
Yes, correct. All right.
All right.
Get back on it. That's one bite though. Good sign.
Good sign.
All right, let's see here. Starting to get some action on this rod again. Same one we just got the bite on before. Here we go, here we go. Got the bail open. Oh, big splash. Oh, he just took it. He's running. Make sure he gets hooked here. Stopped again. Running. Is he set? No. Come on, fish. Run. He's on it. All right, getting tight. Here we go. Stay hooked. And looks like we got a fish on. Nice. He said that drag a little better. His head shaking right now. Now he knows he's hooked. Screaming out. First fish on, guys. More than likely, probably the target species, a beautiful shark, but we're just gonna have to see what happens. It could be anything, because you never know. That's why it's called fishing. All right, heck yeah. Here he comes. He kind of came in pretty quick there, but that's okay. Less of a fight and a workout for me. Gotta save my energy for more sharks. We're breaking off the skunk. All right, you wanna do this?
I got this.
Hold that. We got ourselves a shark. Heck yeah. Beautiful. Relax, buddy, relax, buddy. All right. All right, I gotta jump on him. There we go. Barb is out. All right, let's let her go immediately and get another shark. Come on, buddy. Wrong way, go. You're going the wrong way. There she goes. All right, broke off the skunk. That was awesome. Get my blood pumping there and get me all warmed up here. And now I'm so excited to send out more lines and get into some bigger sharks. But like we said, broke off the skunk. Not 100% sure on that species, but let her go with no delay, no pictures. Now let's get some more lines out, catch some more. Haha, finally got a fish. It's not a pompano, but it is a big old whiting, which is also great bait, fresh shark bait, and also great to eat too. But I think for us, he's gonna end up being shark bait because we need some fresh bait here. Finally, got a fish on the pompano rigs from Captain Paul. Awesome.
Now we actually have an entire whiting and croaker video if you want to watch that.
Yes, this is a big one.
And these are actually delicious to eat, but we're running low on shark bait. And so we're gonna make this one in the shark bait. We can keep like 100 pounds of these or something
Match
crazy.
the hatch.
Match the hatch. That's a good point. Darcy caught that on a Kuma, a surf rod that Akuma sent us, so thanks very much. How's that rod, Darcizzle?
Awesome. Super lightweight, and caught my first fish on it. Broke the skunk off.
There you go. It's a two-piece 12-foot rod. And they have a lot of rods in varying different price ranges, and it worked good.
Sorry, little dude. Fish on! Oh, you guys see the horses going by? And I'm now hooked up on a fish. Finally just doubled over. This one was sitting forever. Oh, you see the horses, guys? They've been going back and forth on this beach like all day, which is pretty cool. So I got horses in the background and just hooked a fish. Ooh! All right, I know how to do this. Captain Paul Spurko taught me, keep your rod tip down and then drag them onto shore. And it looks like it's the right species. Let's just keep him on the hook here. He freaking crushed that too. Drag, 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 drag. Oh, that's a nice fish, huh? That's a nice fish. That's what I'm talking about. That's a stud That's my biggest pompano right there ever. Get him away from the water. That's a huge pompano. Dude, that's popping, that's popping. Go, go, go. Get this one, grab it, grab it, grab it. You're underneath me. Hold on, you're underneath. Let me go under. That is a stud pompano. Oh yeah, I got a fish. Oh no, it's nothing. Oh, we're gonna eat him. Look at that blue crab. Oh, that's not a blue crab. That's a calypso. That's a huge calypso. Captain Paul's rigs doing his job. I mean, he was hooked right in the back, in the lip there, and he wasn't going anywhere. Circle hook did its job, and he just crushed that, and the rod just started going, shaking all over the place. Look at that beautiful pompano. That is a nice fish right there. All right, I was just watching our shark rod over there, and I was watching it bend. Looks like we might have a fish on. Yeah, we got something on. All right, we gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. I just saw it screaming. Unless it's got another crab. There he is. There he is. Woo! Look at jumping. He's trying to jump. Spinner on. Blacktip or spinner shark, either one. We got a shark on, finally. All right, so it was like a 2-hour delay there where the kind of shark shut off, and we just hooked into a solid fish now. Got that pompano. Now we got a nice shark. Woo! He ain't happy. Taking some runs here. Gonna be a few minutes before I get him close here, but we're gonna see what it is. I'm excited. It's turned out to be a beautiful day in February here in Florida. And we're gonna catch and release this fish. And by the way, in Florida, you gotta have your shark endorsement for land-based shark fishing. Make sure you have that. Ooh, he's pulling some. See the bend in the rod? That's a good fish. Head shakes. Ooh! Angry shark. All right, we got a top shot of mono in here. Just came onto the spool, so I know the fish is getting close here. Feel him violently head shaking the whole time. Whatever shark or fish this is, he is not happy. But we're now, did the tide switch already?
I think it's about right now. Like this is exactly.
Yeah, so probably right now it's probably dead low. And it looks like, you know, we just had that pompano bite and just got a nice shark bite. So hopefully that's a good sign that these fish are really turning on. And it's always a blast to, you know, catch and release sharks anywhere on the beach in Florida, particularly when it's a gorgeous day like today in February. It's not too hot, not too cold. Perfect for a Floridian like me. All right, did you see a shark? You see him? We gotta follow our fish. Oh, he just turned. He's got black tips. It looks like it's a spinner. So it's interesting that, I'll show you when the shark gets here, but I'll show you the difference between a black tip and a spinner. It's a nice fish. Look at him. Okay. Ooh, it's a big shark.
We got a helper. Put it on her.
Got it. We got a helper helping us right now, helping film us. And this fish has black tips, which makes me believe it's a spinner. Hang on. Hold on, she's squirming. See if we can just pop this. No go.
Try that, you can cut it.
There's no barbs, right?
No barbs. Are you on vacation?
Yeah.
Nice, this is some vacation.
Awesome. All right, we're gonna cut the hook right here as close to the barb as possible. And that way the hook will fall out of this beautiful shark. There we go. Ryan just helped me with that. My pliers over here. All right, and that's another beautiful fish for us. All right, all right, all right. We're letting you go right now.
Give a wave.
Right now. Awesome. We just had a helper help us. Girl power. All right, and this beautiful fish seems to be...
It's a spinner.
It's a spinner.
No, it's a black tip.
See all the black tips? Spinner shark. What do you think a black tip would be called that? What?
That doesn't have a black tip, so it's a spinner, right?
It's a black tip.
All right, yes, right.
Right, it's a black tip. That's how you can tell by the anal fin right there. Thank you. All right, this is a big, beautiful male black tip shark. They're so powerful. Come here, I'm helping you, Come on. All right, drag them right back into the water. Don't delay the release. After you take the hook out, even though you can harvest black tips, 1 per day. There you go. That fish is fine. That male is sending himself back out, but that's a solid black tip shark. Definitely an adult, not the biggest one I've ever caught. I'm a little out of breath, but we had the helper come help us, which is great. Usually you should be doing this when you're filming with 3 people, so you're gonna have a little bit of a shark rash there. You also never want to jump on the back of a shark. You kind of just want to straddle them, which is exactly what I did. I did not sit on the back of that shark. Successful release. Let's catch another one. Here is my Pompano rig. These are pre-tied rigs by Paul Spurko. Like you guys have seen, I'm gonna link that information down below for you to buy them. If you're local, get them at Snook Nook and Stewart. Otherwise, you can purchase them on the Fish Bites website. And so what I did was I have a dead sand flea, and we got a 1/0 circle hook here. Like I said, pre-rigged by Captain Paul. You put on the sand flea first, and then you take your piece of Fish Bites, which this particular one I have is shrimp, and I'm gonna cut that down to size. But if you put the fish bite over your sand flea will not go flying off your rig. And that's kind of the gist of it. You can use live shrimp if you want to, whatever, or dead shrimp, whatever works best for you. But fish bites are known for catching pompano. And all the flavors work, you know, the shrimp, the crab, the sand flea, all that good stuff. So that one has a shrimp flavored one on, and then the same thing with a second hook. Sand flea goes on. All right, and then I'm just gonna cut that down with scissors to whatever size you like. And then I'm just gonna put that on the hook. And then on the end of the rig, we are using spider weights between 3 and 6 ounces, depending on the current and the waves. And for the setup, I'm using an Akuma 2-piece surf rod, which is 12 foot, and it's really lightweight, and so far I'm really liking it. It's got a really light tip on it, and I can really see those bites. And when that rod tip goes slack, I know to go running over to it and reel in that fish. All right, now we wait, and while we wait, I check the other rods.
And I'm not reel, you can use almost any reel, you know, just want to have some line capacity because you can have a far cast and something weird might bite your bait because if you're in the ocean, right? And we're using a 15-pound mono. It casts a mile. You don't want to use braid in the ocean, or at least you want to have a long top shot, because the wave action, if you have braid, there's no stretch. The wave action will creep your weight back in the shore, okay? If you have mono, it's gonna stretch and your weight is gonna stay out there longer, much, much longer, okay? So that's kind of a Guggen thing that people do sometimes, and you know, if you're an experienced fisherman, you're gonna know that mono out here. Or, again, a very long top shot for that. And on the shark rods, you know, we need a lot of capacity because we got a big shark, so we have braid, you know, mostly full pack of braid, and then like, you know, 100 or 200 feet of mono on top, you know, to our 250 to 400 pound mono leader to our 10-0 circle hook, and we crimp down the barbs on that. That's it.
Woo! Ow! I just really hurt my ankle running. I've been losing so much fish to the sharks. I can't get here fast enough. So like as soon as you see like your rod tip go slack, oh, as soon as you see your rod tip go slack, you gotta run. And our rods are separated, so, woo! Just got another fish, and that's dinner! Yes! I just ran as fast as I could. And I was just watching these lines diligently. Oh, look at that wonderful horse poop. Don't look at that. Well, my fish didn't get into it. All right, nice little pompano. Looks like he's gonna keep. Gotta be 11 to the fork. We do have a ruler, but you know, these little hooks are perfect for these little pompanos because they just get hooked in their lip and it's perfect. He ate a sand flea, like I just showed you guys, that whole rig and that setup, and yeah, just sending it right back out. So the incoming has started, or incoming tide with clean water. We got a wind that's blowing like right in our faces too. So we're still catching fish and having a blast. He wasn't going anywhere. All right, we got a fish on. Yeah, he's on there. Woohoo! All right, so I just caught another fresh bait. That just seems to be the key to success today. They want fresh fish and of course match their hatch. So I got another whiting, sent that right back out, and we got an instant bite. Now hopefully they don't eat the other whiting. All right, guys, shark came in quick. This is the like quickest fight ever. But you know what, that's okay. You know, that's less of a fight for them. They don't suffer, they don't have to fight as hard, and we'll get them released quicker. So that's always a good thing. All right, I'm gonna hand the rod off. Here we go. All right, there we go. All right, that was pretty awesome. And that circle hook is gonna pop right out. Just like that, hook is out, and that's a beautiful fish. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but we're gonna pretend like it's prohibited species and let him go. Nice, third fish of the day.
Nice.
Let's let her go.
All right.
Come on. Let me see if I make sure she gets out. There she goes.
There she, oh.
She's close. She's got it. Thank you. Thank you. I've done it a lot. Experience, yeah. Yes, that's a spinner shark, yeah. Juvenile, but still cool.
All right, guys, we forgot to wrap up the video, so
did.
here we are.
Yes, we had a great time on the beach, and we're like upgrading our beach fishing equipment so we can go back out there and do it again real soon because we had that much fun.
Right, and the thing we're starting off with is getting bigger tires on the cart so I don't have a heart attack.
Yeah, Brian almost died.
I had like an embolism, I think.
Yeah, you did. You did.
And but anyway, we got that cart from Fishing Mate. It's a great cart,
Awesome.
and thanks so much, guys. And that's a great cart. It's one of the most popular, best carts out there.
And they make huge wheels.
Yeah, we're getting new wheels, so thanks, shout out to them. And we also have some new stuff on the website, Sizzle.
Yes, Brian is wearing a brand new camo shirt that is available, not hooded. It's really sweet, and we got different colors available as well. A blue one, a gray, silver camo looking one, and then also ombre colored one. So that's all gonna be on the website for you guys. So check that information down below if you're interested in rocking a Darcizzle
Along with
shirt.
all the silver necklaces and bracelets and everything else.
Yes, exactly. Fish hooks and, oh, I got so much
Anyway, that's the
hair
gist
stuff
of it.
on. But anyhow, all the information will be down below if you want to support us. We love you guys. But thank you so much for watching this episode. Like we said, we had a lot of fun, and we can't wait to get more beach fishing videos back at you real soon. So until then, follow your dream
And
keep on catching. Good morning, everybody. Darcizzle and Puddin' here.
Bright and early. We drove about an hour and a half this morning up to St.
Not
Lucie.
early. It's late. 9 o'clock in the morning.
She likes to get here super early. But anyway, we're going to do beach fishing for Pompano today.
Yes.
So stay tuned for some awesome Pompano fishing. There's
I'm
also,
excited.
Yeah,
We have not done this in over a year.
I'm excited because I got new tires on my beach cart. And last time I had like 2 aneurysms and a heart attack dragging my old tires down the beach.
Yes.
So I'm excited about that. And again, stay tuned for great pompano, and there's also possibility of permit and whiting and croakers and all kinds of great stuff on the beach.
Yeah, beautiful day. We got a west wind, so it should be really nice this morning. And again, really, really overcast. So, but we got to get fishing because we've been just sitting here twiddling our thumbs.
Yes, we're going to tell you exactly how to catch all the fish. Let's get to it.
Yeah, but first we got to get lines in.
All right, we're going.
Let's go. All right, guys, we are just putting our lines out, and I got the last rod right here to send out. And I'm just gonna basically tell you, go over the rig and the rod and all that good stuff on how we're gonna catch these pompano today, even though we have not caught any yet, but that's okay. We got lines soaking in the water. So what we have here on the bottom of the rig, starting at the bottom, this is a Sputnik weight, also storm stopper weight, I guess you could call it, but it has a breakaway here where these pieces of wire fall out like that. So when you reel it up, it'll break like so, and then you're able to easily reel in the weight, no problem, okay? And that's gonna hold in the waves and the current out there, and it just really anchors itself into the sand, and that's what the pompano like. And then we got a swivel. You can see a snap swivel here with just a regular swivel. And then we got our awesome Captain Paul Spurco pompano rig right here, hand tied by Captain Paul. I'm gonna link the information down below, but these can be found at the Snook Nook Tackle Shop located up here in Jensen Beach, Florida, and also on the Fish Bites website, but they're hard to come by because they're so popular. So you can see we got 2 hooks on there with the tiny little 1/0 circle hooks. And then we got Fish Bites on there. Fish Bites are another awesome piece of equipment to catch pompano. Usually you can catch them with just that little piece of fish bite. And the sand flea color seems to be working great, so that's what we're using. And I'm gonna show you how to rig a sand flea. This is a blanched sand flea. And you would put it on here with your fish bites. Oops, make it like a smorgasbord of bait. And usually you would do this backwards. You put the sand flea on first, and then you would put the fish bites on, so the fish bites will hold the sand flea. But I'm just gonna show you just to make it easy. Just kind of roll it in there, pop it right through. Take your time because they do fall off. All right, so that's how that's rigged. You got a bead and you got a float to keep that bait up. Then we got another swivel attaching the pompano rig from Captain Paul. And then our main line here, just using a uni knot to it, is 12-pound mono. And 12-pound mono, 2 reasons why we like this is to stop the creeping when you're cast it out. If you use braid, there's no stretch in the braid, and that's just gonna make your rod, your rig creep all the way back to the shore. You don't want that. The pompano are out far, especially by the next break or the next sandbar. So you want 12-pound mono. Also, the diameter is perfect for casting long distances, so that's the reason why we like that. And then we just got a cheap 6,000 Tsunami Shield reel. This is not an actual surf rod, but you can surf reel, but you can use whatever you want. This works fine for us. We've caught pompano in the past. And then paired with an Akuma surf rod. Pretty awesome, really light tip. You can really see the action on it, and so far we like them. 2-piece setup, okay? And that's really about it, guys. We got our sand spikes, and now we're gonna cast it out.
Nice cast, Darcizzle. Now on your rods, we got 4 rods out, and of course, until you start catching fish, you want to vary your baits, right? Use different flavors of fish bites. You know, sand fleas on some, sand fleas, not sand fleas on others, and you're going to stagger them, one as far as you can cast it, and then stagger them in. We even have a really short rod at the end, just in the trough, okay? And with this rig, you know, we also could hopefully catch, like we mentioned, croaker, whiting, which are both delicious. They've been catching permit and bonefish like this on this beach. So we have high hopes. It's gonna be a long day. Usually you want incoming tide, okay? And this is just the beginning of the incoming. But for the last 2 weeks, Captain Paul tells us they've been catching them in the afternoon. So we don't expect to actually catch fish until much later. But we're trying to make a video today, so we're here all day for you.
Yeah, and Captain Paul might show up. The last time I was up at Snook Nook, a bunch of you guys asked me if I was gonna fish like Captain Paul again.
Yeah, so we're actually fishing with his son, Randy, who's over here.
Yes.
So we're very fortunate. We thank them a lot for helping us out, and they give us some nice intel all the time. Anything else, Darcizzle? Oh, and Darcizzle has to get 2 teeth pulled tomorrow. She can give anesthesia and everything. Please wish her luck. She's very nervous. Yes. She's never been knocked out before.
I was also going to mention those Spudnik weights, those breakaway weights. I didn't mention that, but I'm going to link those down below. There's an awesome seller on eBay that hooked me up with those awesome weights, so I'll link that down below as well.
Yeah, Darcy's been doing a lot of research on weights and lead and all kinds of stuff lately, so she has...
I spent hundreds of dollars on stacks of different lead at the house now.
I think you spelled thousands wrong, but yes, we have lead everywhere, and she does all the research, so this is... If she tells you where to get lead, or we tell you something, it's because we've looked it up and we
Put the
hopefully have
B-roll
best
of all the
spots.
lead we have.
I don't want to talk about it, I'm too upset. I had to buy a new truck.
Yeah.
No, just kidding.
All right, I think it's a pump. All right, so we have been sitting here patiently for what feels like almost all day, but not quite all day. And sure enough, we just saw this line go, the rod tip go slack on this reel, and I saw a fish jumping out there, literally jumping, like Pompano was jumping. Here he comes. Keep your rod tip down. I think it's a Pompano. Make sure that drag is light. Woo! Running right there. Woo! Did you see him jump? Dude, this fish is full on jumping. I've never seen him do that. Rod tip down and drag him onto shore. That's what I learned from Captain Paul Spurko. That's a nice fish. That's a nice fish. It was full on jumping. Yeah! Saying thanks to Randy, we got a Pompano, guys. We got a Pompano. That's a nice one. Hold on, let me get this rod set up. All right, so you can see that my rigs here are completely cleaned out. So I need to rebait and get all set up here, but that's a really nice Pompano for me. No complaints, but it seems like it's always towards the end of the incoming tide, and the incoming just started a couple hours ago. So there's my very sandy Pompano. Chill out, buddy. There he is. Nice fish. All right, there you go. There he is. Nice fish. All right. So I think the bite is just getting started, but that was really cool seeing him jump all over the place. And he did fight real hard initially in the beginning. All right, let's get lines right back out, catch some more. Fish on. Dude, as soon as you put that out with the sand flea. Okay, so we've been having a little bit of trouble trying to keep those sand fleas on the hooks. What do we have? Oh my God, it's a tarpon.
What?
You see a tarpon roll?
No.
I felt it bouncing, but I don't feel a fish now. Dude, it's a big tarpon just rolled out there. What's going on? Am I gonna lose my whole rig? It just pulled. It just pulled. It was stuck on something. He's off.
All right.
See if we got the whole rig. That was weird. Oh wait, it's back on again. What the heck is going on? And now I'm getting close. Keep it down just in case it's the right fish. Oh, we got ate by a bait. That's what happened. That's a bonefish.
Is it?
Yes.
All right, get
him right back in the water. Hold it.
Let's put it back up. Hold on. Come on. Bucket.
Let's go. It was something else was on there first. That's exactly what happened.
Bonefish?
This is the world's smallest bonefish right here. I think he ate it on when I was reeling it up. He's so teeny tiny.
In the water.
Look how cool he is though. Bonefish, another species. Look how cute. There he is. All right, next wave, he's going home. There you go, buddy. Go, that way. Cool. All right, send it back out. We'll catch some more dinner this time. That was a huge tarpon.
All right, this rod's getting hit every time I put it out, like within seconds. It feels like the same situation as Darcy. Hope it's not another tiny bonefish or nothing.
Can't even get my rod out.
Ooh, now it's got a fish.
You got a fish. Keep that rod down when he gets close.
I will.
There you go. You got
another
a bonefish. Bonefish Slayer.
All right, we gotta cast past them.
Yep, you gotta get it out further.
I don't know, I've casted it pretty far.
Oh, he's side hooked in the tail. He's off. He's off.
You sure?
Yep, he's off. That wasn't very nice. Let's throw a bonefish.
Flying bonefish. Florida Life, guys. Pie Hole Pizza on Hutchinson Island. They deliver on the beach. You know, Puddin' likes that. Thanks so much.
margarita pizza.
Whoa, that looks good.
The good stuff.
Nice,
And
all
then
right.
this one over here we call the goat.
The goat.
Goat's got the,
That's like Darcizzle. She's the goat of female anglers.
yeah. That's kind of why I was thinking the goat.
Yeah, there you go.
All that.
Perfect.
So
The
there's
goat for the
right
goat.
there.
Oh, she's gonna like that.
Thank you.
And,
Appreciate it.
I watched your last Pompano video.
Oh, you did? Cool.
Pretty cool, yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I watch all your videos.
Thank you. See, a fan right there. That's
he's
awesome.
a pretty big fisherman out of here.
We
Nice.
were talking about it one day, and he's like, "Hey, do you know Darcizzle?" I'm like, yeah, "Of course." Man.
That's awesome. I love
The
it.
status here at Fort Pierce.
Yes. Thank you.
Cool.
Fish on. Stay on. Stay on. Okay, so today is just the most overcast day on the beach, and there's nobody here in sight. We just have the beach to our entire selves, and literally this is the first bite in like 4.5 hours. It's been a long time. Brian was falling asleep in the chair, and I've been just casting around, and we've just been patiently waiting for the fish to bite. I don't know what it is, but it's a fish. Hopefully, it's not acting like a pompano, but I don't know. Oh, it's a pop, it's a pop, right? Oh, it's a runner. Another species. Hey, it's better than no fish.
Not much.
It is not much, but that is a blue runner. We catch these for bait offshore. Maybe the bite's turning on, who knows? But literally, this is the second fish I've caught in 4.5 hours. It's been a while. All right. We got the single pompano we've caught so far today right here. Figured I would go ahead and fillet this guy for a Florida pompano catch, clean, cook right here on the beach. Well, we're not gonna cook them on the beach actually. We need a permit and you're not allowed to do that right here, but maybe in the future we will do that. So let's just go ahead and dive right into this. We actually got a brand new Luaya today from Smith. We always carry some knives on the boat, but yeah, we're all set, ready to go. Extra sharp knife. And while we got our lines out, you know, just goes to show you that not every day out here is a killer day where you catch a ton of fish. There's some other pompano fishermen out here today as well. A lot of these guys are local guys that are out here every single day beach fishing. And the most that have been caught today, one guy got 2. So I think I'm lucky with just 1. But we're just showing you how it is out here, how we're real, okay? So 1 fish, but it's enough to make a delicious meal. So let's just go ahead and dive right into this. We're not like expert pompano fishermen by any means, so we're learning, and of course being out here all day, you know, this is a beautiful office as well. So attitude is gratitude. We're still having a blast, catching a ton of fish, and pompano is one of my favorites, like delicious. So just following that backbone all the way down. Oh, also wanted to mention this beautiful Florida pompano sterling silver solid necklace I'm wearing. That's available on the website as well. Wore it today in honor of pompano fishing, and sure enough, we got the target species. So check that out if you're interested in beautiful nautical jewelry on my website, darcizzleoffshore.com. Gonna link all that information down below as well. All right, this fish is pretty nice and cold. Been in the cooler most of the day. So we're gonna check out how delicious his meat looks. I did bleed them, and what I mean by that is I usually just rip a piece of their gill plate out while they're alive, put them in the cooler, and they usually bleed out pretty quickly and die quickly too. So that is what I mean when I say that. All right, so we're gonna just lay down. Wow, this meat looks amazing. It's been a while now since I've had pompano, so this is gonna be delicious. Oh, speaking of which, I don't even think I'm gonna be able to eat this fish because I'm having my dentist appointment that Brian mentioned earlier. So Brian gets to enjoy it. How lucky is he? All right. There comes one side of the beautiful pompano off. Whoa, almost in the sand. There's one. And this is a mat from the truck, by the way. It works. Let's flip them around, do the same exact thing again, and then we skin them. And just really turn that knife all the way up into the head so that way you get as much of the meat as possible. Just don't go straight down because you're missing all that head meat. All the way up to the nose, there's plenty of nose meat, and then just follow that down. All right, there we go. This knife is so sharp. When I was cutting off the other side, I literally like cut right through that bone, no problem. That's how thin these fish are. I mean, you can see how thin that fillet is and how you can clearly see through that. That means you did a good job filleting the fish. All right, so we're gonna put him to the side and let's get these skinned and we're gonna put them in the cooler. Now you can scale it if you want to. I don't recommend it on Pompano because there really is no scales on them. You can leave the skin on if you want. Some people do that. But for us, majority of the time, we always like to take our skin off. So we are gonna take it off on this fish as well. And they have super, super thin skin, so you kind of just wanna leave your, it's kind of hard to explain, but you wanna kind of angle your knife up and you're gonna leave like 1 millimeter or 2 of meat on the skin in order to not cut through it. Takes a little bit of practice, of course. Kind of something like that. See there how I left some of the meat on, especially towards the head there. But you can see all that blood right on the edge of the skin, and we avoided all of that. And then just take your bloodline out, and then you have left with 2 beautiful pompano loins. All right, a little bit of pin bones in the front. So I would just say this is very similar to like an amberjack or a Spanish mackerel that have those big thick bloodlines in the middle, wahoo. So that way you're left with 2 loins. All right, there's the bloodline. And we got the top loin, which is also delicious as sushi. And then we got the bottom loin. And I'll clean that up, no big deal. Get rid of those bones, but you guys get the point. All right, so I'm gonna finish up the other side. We're gonna throw them in a cooler. We'll see if we get lucky with another fish, but otherwise, we're gonna meet you guys in the kitchen with Cooking with Puddin'.
What's up, guys? We're back home. We didn't catch any more fish. Welcome to another edition of Cooking with Puddin'. We gotta hurry up because Darcy's gotta go under anesthesia edition. All right, guys, so Pompano today, of course. You know, one fish is a meal. We had a great day on the beach with my beautiful girlfriend. It was totally awesome. You know, and those methods we use today, those are the methods to use. Captain Paul, who we copy everything from, is like a commercial pompano guy. Catch a pompano all the time. Sometimes it bites off, all right? But anyway, I'm gonna barbecue this pompano. And I'm gonna use this barbecue mat that Darcy's cousin recently gave us. She said it was totally awesome. I put salt and pepper on these, and I'm gonna try it. It's especially good for like fish and maybe shrimp and kind of stuff that's gonna fall apart on a barbecue. And they say it works great. So I got it right on here, you can see. Close it up. And that's gonna cook super fast, and we'll see you inside for what I'm gonna create. Look at that, guys. Delicious pompano sandwich. Delicious. Come on here, Darcizzle. Our little girl doesn't feel good. She didn't eat or drink. Quiet. She didn't drink. She hasn't been able to drink or eat.
It is what it is, y'all.
So she's going beach. She has a caffeine headache because we drink loads of coffee for fishing. And so that's the deal. So she can't eat. So I just made a nice little lunch for myself. We're going over to the anesthesia and have the wisdom teeth removed.
Yep. But until our next adventure, follow your dream.
I wasn't quite ready yet.
Sorry.
So you guys always ask about pompano and how you cook certain fish. You can cook a lot of fish the same, okay? Pompano, you can cook like tons of other fish. Today I grilled it. We've done sushi. You can just put it in a pan. You can bake it. You can do anything you want. It's a delicious white, semi-firm fish. Highly sought after at stores and everything else. So until next time,
our next adventure,
follow your dreams and keep on catching.